Okay, guys, the last thing I want to go over as far as essentials in your bug out bag is miscellaneous stuff. Now, this is the stuff that you can personalize, right? Stuff that you think you need, okay? And it's going to come down to what part of the country you live in, uh, how far you plan on traveling, things like that, okay? Personalize this to your needs. But this is just some of the things that I keep in my bag, okay? I keep a rain poncho, okay? This is a little heavy duty one, so not one of the old cheap use, but if you live in the desert Southwest where it don't rain, you don't need one of these, okay? I need one of these. So, rain poncho. I keep a garden trowel. Now, some people keep the folding shovels, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. To me, they're just a little bulky and a little heavy, and like I said, I try to keep my bag as light as possible. So this works just fine for what I need it for, right? And you might need it to bury some waste or whatever. But, so yeah, garden trowel. This is a little item I don't even remember I picked up, but I like this little thing, right? And what this is, it's a flashlight, okay? Flashlight. But it doesn't take batteries, it's not rechargeable, it's a hand crank flashlight, right? So I don't have to worry about if I run out of batteries or whatever. Now I keep other flashlights in there. This is kind of a backup to the backup, right? But in a pinch, I never have to worry about it running out of batteries or anything else. So I don't even remember where I got this little thing. I got one for my wife too, but pretty cool little item. If you find them, I don't think they cost very much. But yeah, just something to think about. A little hand crank flashlight, right? I keep a backup multi-tool in my bag. I always have one on my belt, but I keep a backup in my bag because, again, one's none, right? So always have a backup multi-tool. A little solar charger, right? These things are pretty cool. They fold out like so, right? Got clips on it. You can clip it onto your pack while you're walking and charge your devices, right? So I keep one of these in there. Come in handy. Nice little, they fold up, they're small, they don't weigh much. So yeah, kind of like these little things. So keep one of them in there. Of course, some glow sticks. I have talked about them in my forgotten preps thing. Glow sticks come in handy. They don't create a lot of light, but enough light you can see what you're doing. So, if you're trying to be kind of stealthy and you don't want out there with the flashlights making a bunch of light, these come in handy. So I always keep plenty of those in there. Some emergency blankets. Probably have 3 or 4 of these in there. These have all kinds of uses. You can use them to make shelters if you have to. They reflect heat. Of course, you can use them for what they're made for, right? Keep warm and things like that. But always keep a few of them in there. This is something I don't know if everybody thinks of. A couple of notepads and a pen and a Sharpie. Also a charging port and a charging cord, right? So I keep them in my backpack in case I have to leave somebody a note, or Sharpie you can write on just about anything. If communications are down, and that comes in handy. So I also keep a gator, right? Gator, you guys know what that is. For a couple different reasons. We're not going to discuss all of them. And keep a scarf in my bag, even in the summertime, because it can be used as camouflage or a lot of other things, right? So, of course, it comes in the wintertime handy to keep you warm, but I leave it in there year round. Some of the clothing and stuff I swap out depending on the season, but that stays in there. And I also keep this little stove, right? So I can get it open. Little stove. This just goes on there, right? And you can make a small fire. You can even use some candles to warm up a can of food or make some coffee or whatever. But I like this little thing if I'm just going to make a quick meal or have a cup of coffee, or I don't need a big fire. This comes in real handy. So, and it's light, it's aluminum, it doesn't weigh hardly anything, right? So keep that in there. So there's some miscellaneous items for you. Like I said, personalize your pack to your needs. You know, whatever you think you need, and take some luxury items. You know, they say, well, make it, you know, as light as possible. Which, yeah, but you know, take a deck of cards or something like that along with you, just to kill time and keep morale up in that. So, but miscellaneous items are important. So, just a few things to think of. That's going to wrap up our essential bug out bag items. I am going to make a video with all these put together, so you'll see that sometime along. So hey, have a good day, guys. Stay safe, stay alert, stay prepped. We'll see you again.